I had a lot of fun exploring Winnie's Hole. It's time for us to go a little deeper into Winnie's... I can't say that. Look, I just want to play more of the game, okay? Let's create another crazy run in Winnie's Hole today. If you missed our last episode, go watch it. It came out yesterday. This is such a fascinating game. It is not just a silly double entendre, okay? It is actually a brilliant roguelike. We're gonna play as the Berserker today, which is the new class that we kind of unlocked. I think that it's interesting. I've been like looking at the two differences. So we had the ability to redraw and discard actions. We don't get that this time. Instead, we can swap the position of two tiles on the brain board, which I think is also really good, but I do think that this is weaker. That said, the brain size is different. So there is a lot that's changing with this build, including also having different combat actions. So now we have a punch, which inflicts physical and pushes the closest enemy to the furthest position. We've got some barriers, which block a whole physical or piercing attack. We don't have any shield, which is fascinating, and that's why we have lifesteal. There's just a lot, okay? There's just a lot, and I'm intrigued and I'm excited to see what exactly we're gonna unpack in this one. So what do we got? I mean, we don't really have many places to go here, and we can pretty simply, I think, unpack a decent setup here. I think you do something like this, into this, and then you get your choice, right? Do you want a currency? Do you want a tough virus cell, or do you want a savage virus cell? And I think that I'm going to take the currency. We get cells, man. I'm not too concerned, but currency is a little rarer. Okay, new perks. Start combat with Forceful. Forceful is inflicted when moving an enemy past other enemies. Any enemies passed take forceful amount as physical. So this is basically my ability to hit them with punch. Punch is going to do 2 damage beyond what it's already doing. That seems fine. Physical damage in excess of the target's health gets inflicted on the creature behind. I think this is really good. The amount of times that we overkilled last time, I mean, hell, the name of the perk is overkill. I think this is really good, but there's a part of me that's like, you know, we can do something with like a movement build. This forces us into that kind of early. So let's try it. I'll be very real. I think that that's the wrong decision, but you should know by now that I'm going to often take the wrong decision in games for the sake of fun and experimentation, and that's exactly my plan here. So double barrier is good. I think is good. We don't need it though. Okay, we don't need it. And I would rather have extra bleed, because you're inflicting 3 feint, okay? So feint removes an amount of counter, shield, and barrier from the target. That freaking sucks, okay? That freaking sucks. So you're going to inflict 3 feint to me, which means I'm just gonna take damage. And I have no way around it. Okay, yeah, that sucks. That sucks. I guess if you're going to do that, then I might as well bleed ya here, because I'm taking the damage anyway, right? I have no way around it. Now I have the forceful. I don't have the force. If I had the force, that would be much more interesting, because then I would just like, with my mind, force you to like the video right now. Bro, this sucks. This sucks. I don't think I can prevent taking damage here. Like, no matter what, we are taking damage. I can punch, which I do think is intelligent. So we would do something like this, and then I would at least punch them. And I'll punch them twice, but like, they still hit me. I have no way around it. Am I just gonna die in the very first fight, man? Because that feels I mean, it feels bad. I'll be real. This inflicts physical to everyone, including yourself. I can't really do that. I can do this, which at least hits them. I got 1 health, brother. Okay, this is a scary build. So physical attacks inflict lifesteal if they're bleeding. So that's where we would at least get a little bit of lifesteal out of this. But then you fainted me. This we would put bleed on him. Which, I mean, I do think is good. You're still hitting me for a lot. Okay, bro, it's like really scary. It's really scary. We are going to swap this and this. And I'm going to kill you, and I'm going to heal back too. And I got to rethink the way that we're doing things, because obviously that went absolutely horrible, right? That went horrible. But we get a rare mutation, and maybe there's something that we can think about here. I think that more physical to everyone, including myself, is not a correct way of doing things. I think that an inflict bleed to all enemies is a fantastic, I mean, like, really, really good. I think that this is amazing, actually. Gaining counter also, I think, can work. But putting bleed on everybody means that now my attack, this mega attack, is going to heal me more than others can do. I think that this is good. And then I think that an upgrade here has a lot of value. And I would look at maybe... I mean, it's going to be +1 on something. I think that bonus is always a good one to do because it's just going to buff everything. So I think you go for something like this. And then that gives you... We don't need to see the action deck. That gives me the ability to do something along these lines. I think that you really happily want to take a heal here. So you're going to claim the heal, because it's terrifying, right? And then you're just going to do this. You're going to take the upgrade, and we're going to upgrade. I can't upgrade bonus. Okay, good talk. Good talk. Barrier? What is the upgrade here? I gain barrier this turn, but it doesn't exhaust. Okay, that is good. Yeah, you know what, man? That's kind of important. That's kind of important. I think maybe we just got hard countered by that first fight, man. I'm gonna still fight people that give me the most resources, but I still think it's scary. Okay, what are you? +3 to actions when in front of another creature. Yeah, so you really don't want to be pushed back, and I think that that's reasonable. Remove 2 shield from the target. Guess what, bro? I can't get shield. I'm incapable. But I can at least inflict bleed. I can get my barriers on me. I think that this is good. And barrier does go away, potentially. So that's something that we need to think about as well. Okay. You have bleed. You do not, which is intriguing. I would like to do... I really don't want to punch you. So we're going to do it like this. We're going to hit you for a bunch. I get the nice lifesteal off of that. Now, you're technically in front. We would like to push you back. And, I mean, I think that it would be nice to have barrier. So we're going to do it like so. I don't take damage. I push you back. Your ability does not do as much. And life is peachy keen. Very nice. Very happy. More bleed, I do not think is the answer. At least not without a hit as well. But this will also make you now go to the front, which is not really high on my list either. Dude, I think these items... I think that this build is cooked. I think it's cooked. I think that we have ourselves a scary scenario. Let's stack a crap ton of bleed. So we are going to do this, and we are going to do this, and I'm going to put 5 bleed on this guy. So he's going to take a ton more damage. And then something like this, I heal more than the damage I'm taking, while also hitting him for a lot. And And then we can line up a long boy here. We're going to want to improve, and these activate in the order that they're here. So if I did the push first, this inflicts physical to everybody. You know what? Well, I don't really like that either. This is trickier today, gang. This is trickier today. Because we'd like to push you back. You're gaining 5 shield. I suppose that that's not actually the end of the world. And if I take the barrier... I mean, should that not block him? It should, but I'm taking the physical, which is hitting me. Yeah. So let's do it like this instead. I gain the 2, I guess, barriers. Barrier's still fine, right? We don't carry over barrier, which is an important distinction to remember. And then you're removing shield from me. I'm getting hit for 1. I think that we should put as much bleed on as possible. Taking 1 damage is kind of irrelevant because when I hit you, I'm going to get that amount back. And then I really don't need to punch you. We can just do something like this. I think that that's very reasonable. And then this guy, we can just go for a big kill, and we're full health. And I mean, I think that went fine. You're never going to get like a flawless fight. I think we have to understand that this build is all about getting... Cleave is way too good to not take here. So you take Cleave. Because hitting everybody with them all having bleed, there's a combination there that really works. Wow, we get so many options. All of these +1 max health, man, this is our opportunity to, like, go kind of nuts with this. And then I do not like a pain shop. I like a trait. Yeah, I like a trait. So you start with this. You suck up all those resources. And then you start thinking about, like, one of these. You get that tile back. This adds a tile to a virus block during the event phase. I think that that's really important, right? Then you can grab... You just want max HP, man. You want max HP every possible step of the way. This is going to send me towards a shop if I don't get closer down here. Huh. Yeah. I mean, I think that a trait is the best option. 4 currency is not really enough to get the job done. So yeah, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this and we're going to take the trait. Reach will also perform an action on creatures behind the target, or a repeat performs an action multiple times on a single target. But what if this repeat is on something that already targets multiple people? Like a cleave, like a bleed. I think repeat is always the answer. And then you go repeat. I mean, I think you still... I'm building the same run as last time, just a little different. I think that you still do repeat on cleave, because the amount of damage it's hitting for is intense. But let's... Again, I'm going to do what I don't think is the right decision, and I'm going to do it on Bleed Storm instead. I just accidentally clicked through something. That was in the menu! I was in the menu. Not the movie with... Ralph Fiennes and Anya Taylor-Joy, although I'm not sure I would recommend it. It was a peculiar film. We have fought the owl. Let's fight this guy instead. It does give me more resources as well. I don't know what I added. Oh, this is not the move, brother. This is not the frickin' move. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. Hey, why are you awful? Each turn you gain 4 counter? Bro, I can't compete. I can't compete with that. Okay, swap you, swap you. We're putting bleed on your ass, okay? How am I ever getting through your counter? How am I getting through your counter, brother? I'm a little nervy. I don't know how I'm ever getting through your counter. I love the idea of stacking just an ungodly amount of bleed. So I guess hitting this guy on knockout spawns one tiny fire bead. Okay, I understand what's happening here. We're getting an opportunity to mess around with you're summoning things. You're like invincible, right? But you're invincible only because we have some interesting options here. I think you do this, you hit this guy. You're going to summon a fire bead at your location, and that fire bead is going to hit him. So then what we do is I swap this down to here, and we play the bleed game, okay? We just stack as much bleed on these guys as humanly possible, so that when we end up inevitably exploding you, you're going to summon fire beads that are going to explode and deal damage to adjacent. Yeah. This is gonna be fine. This is gonna be fine. So then swap this to here because the buff is better to put the bleed on. You're going to hit that guy back, which is going to summon fire beads, which is going to summon fire beads, which is going to, and then this is going to scale. Yeah, I think this is good. I think this is good. This will put more bleed on. Fire bead explodes. That does good stuff. I take a little bit of damage. I will say that this does open up opportunities. It's not the end of the world that we click this. Because we open up the ability to have some interesting maneuvers. And then all I have to do is kill the front guy to kill the back guy. And I think that if we just swap, like, this to here. I mean, I'm taking 5 damage. Why am I taking? Because I'm cleaving. I'm cleaving. Yeah, maybe we just don't want to take 5 damage, man. I think that this is actually better. I think I swapped incorrectly on this one. But then this is where we do something like this. And in fact, there's probably an even better play here. It's something like this. Because we're going to hit the back guy. Yeah. And then the fire bead is going to blow up. And then all I have to do on this turn... Ah, you're hitting me, though. Yeah, you're hitting me. Yeah, you're hitting me for a chunk. It doesn't really matter what I do. I'm going to get hit here. Because I don't want to feint. Or hit your feint. Look, we just... This was not played correctly. I think that I'm just learning the things I'm not playing this character correctly. For as well as we did last time, we gotta wrap our head around this one, okay? Actions which inflict 2 or less physical get inflicted as lifesteal. Yeah, it's like needed. Yeah, it's just like needed. You just take it, okay? You just take it. +1 to each instance of physical or piercing inflicted. It's also stupid good. Let's be very fair. This is a very, very good perk. But I think that you take this. You have to lean into the lifesteal because that is your only way to have success. Now, this is atrocious, okay? This is atrocious because I think you do this. He now has spread. Having to maneuver this block in these rooms now is ungodly terrible. I mean, it is just absolutely terrible. And we have to... I mean, I'm just going to be real with you. I think we have to weirdly take damage. Unless we do this. Which would be less... This is less damage. I think that I've made mistakes in this as well. I think that like every step of the way I'm just making mistakes. I'm rolling into this event with 6 health. I can remove actions. Okay. You know what? This one sucks. So we're going to remove that. And then you're gonna freaking hate this play. But I'm removing a regular physical as well, and I'm removing a bleed. And I'm thinning this deck out to basically being punch and cleave, with Bleed Storm happening far more often. A good idea? Probably not, okay? Probably not. We're all over in this episode. Maybe a mistake. Definitely a mistake. We're just rolling. We're just rolling. What is this? Add evolution cells. Have +1 tile, which can be added to a virus block. I take 7 health and I die immediately. That seems bad. Gain a poise if you have less health at the end of the turn than at the start of the turn, and -1 poise if not. This is great because you can add counter to me. This is worth losing 5 health, and it's a new item that we haven't used before. I think it's a big win. Now we do not want to fight individual enemies. We want to fight many enemies. And I think I like the idea of getting a mutation instead of a perk. So we are going to fight these guys. Now, I believe that the rock probably has gold inside of it, and that's what the juice was there. Okay, we're dying right now. We can prevent that. In fact, we can literally do muchos good stuff just from this, which I like. Double barrier is the only option. You are removing an amount of counter, feint, and barrier from me, which is bad. You are moving to the front position and inflicting 3 physical +1 repeat for each position moved. So if I don't move you, or if I move you, you don't move, and thus you don't do any damage, right? And that's why I'm not taking any damage. That seems good. Can I inflict bleed to all of you instead? The answer to that is yes. So you roll like so. Because that then... I'm not 100% sure what happened, but we'll roll with it. Okay, we'll roll with it. Then I think I love this because you're getting intense cleave bleed action out of this. I'm gaining 4 health. I'm losing 4 health. It is a wash. It is a wash, and wash is good. Do you still take bleed damage even though you are a rock? It's a good question. It is a good question. I think the answer is maybe. I think it's maybe. You guys are not doing much here. You're inflicting feint to me, which is fine, okay? I think that you don't need... Well, I think that you love bleed, actually. We can kill the back guy with this. I wouldn't punch forward the front guy, but I think that's fine. The value here is we are drawing our entire deck every single turn, man. And then this kills him. And I mean, dude, to be honest with you, is not that bad. It's not that bad. I don't know how I would have killed that rock. But I think it's okay. What do we like here? A physical that goes multiple times is okay. I think that a crab leg is fine. Because this is just a better bleed at this point than this bleed here. So I got rid of a basic bleed to get a better bleed. Or we can reroll, which I think is a better play. What is this? This is a 4 damage sting where I can aim it at somebody to hit them. And it exhausts from my deck. It seems fine. Spike, I don't think I care about. There will be a time where I try to do a spike build, but it's not today. Counter, I think, is a decent way of playing this. If you're not running... If we're not running block, let's run block adjacent things and try to make it happen. Okay, you are a trait. You are an action removal. I really don't need more action removal. I think that I've proven that we've done a good chunk of action removal at this point. So we are going to do this. That seems so weak. We're going to do this, but I want to activate it. We're going to do this. We're going to do that, which gets me to there. Then we are going to do this right here, so I can claim this entire thing. It claims a billion things. Oh, bro, we're all over now. Then we can claim this to dupe ya. This collects resources within a range of 5. Unfortunately, that's not actually all that useful to me. But this can allow me to get kind of funky. Well, I can't get that funky. I want max health. I think that max health is arguably one of the most important things that we can claim right now. So let's... We claimed him. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. You're 3 away from this. You're 4 away from this. It should be traits. And then we can just claim, like, a heal. And we can claim a sell. You went up to that one. Okay, what the hell? We're removing actions. That's not what I wanted to do. But you know what? Is what I deserve. We're gonna get weird. I can remove bonus. It's not a good idea. Bonus is very good. We're thin deck daddying this build at this point. And I understand that this is a terrible idea. I kind of want to remove punch. Like, run me the world's smallest build of all time. I have 5 actions, man. I have 6 things in my brain. Like, we're rolling the same crap every time. And then you fight these guys because these tiny little mice, man, they are gonna get annihilated. What kind of duo is this where we have Bobcat and mice in the same room? Okay. Barrier is obviously very important in this exchange. We would... I mean, counter is nice. You are inflicting 2 physical. If I take damage, you also inflict bleed. I am not having bleed inflicted to me. You're hitting for physical twice. So I'm getting counter at the start of my turn. This, I'm taking a ton of damage. A lot of these scenarios, I'm taking a lot of damage. What I'm trying to figure out is if there's a way for me to get cleave. Just play cleave next turn, because you want to have the bleed on them when cleave is hitting. So this is now where you play cleave to kill all of them. But I think what we can do is we can swap this to here. And now you're inflicting the bleed. You could also be crazy. You could do this. You could put even more bleed on them so that you one-shot all of those guys on the next turn. Which is insane. I think that's somewhat clinical. You're doubling the amount of bleed on the target. Bro, I don't have any bleed, so that's kind of irrelevant. So we're going to do some swapping, okay? We are going to... I'm going to put bleed on you. I'm going to put bleed on you. So this is very simple. It's a huge hit. Kills your entire damn squad. You are inflicting 3 physical, and if the target takes damage, you inflict bleed. I would like to counter that from happening, which means that I would like to swap this barrier on, and now guess what? You're not hitting me. So that seems okay. And now you are enraged, which is very reasonable. I'm enraged too. We're going to hit you. I don't need to block. I don't need to counter. I don't need to barrier. So just hit him. This fight is going completely fine, for the record. You put bleed on, you bonus it, you cleave, you hit him for a bunch. This is an easy fight, man. This is an easy fight. You just have to make sure that you are getting both barrier and counter at every waking opportunity. And then in this scenario, I don't need to hit you. I could put bleed on, but I think that I am going to hit you. And then here we want to swap. You're not hitting me, so we want to swap this to here. It puts the bleed on. And then theoretically, we can do a lot of damage to you here. You are doubling my bleed, which I don't have any of. So you do this, and then theoretically, we kill him on this turn, man. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think that that's probably the best that you can play that fight. There's something about this game that just clicks with my brain, man. It clicks with my brain, and I like it. Okay, we took mitigate last time. I'm not taking it this time. This is why I love their upgrade system. Because I get to play differently. This really would be great for us, though. Bonus tiles get applied to adjacent actions and gain instant. I do think that that is very good. So we're just going to take that. So now that bonus gets a little stronger. Where are we going? We want to hit the event. I mean, bro, I still think you want to hit a trait. Another mutation has value, too. But we could do this into this. And then that opens up an entire world. What are these weird cracks, man? I have no clue. But they seem important. They seem important. Claim this with a single. Modifier token. I mean, ideally, if you could claim this guy, you get a little extra juice. And we can take some damage to make that happen. So let's do this into something like this to get that tile back. You could do... I can't flip you, man. I can't flip you. I want to flip you. Fine. It's okay. It's actually like a terrible position. You can do this, which actually fits really nicely, and then this gains spread, which would just mean it does everything. I mean, I suppose that's fine. I suppose that's fine. And then you're going to make me choose a mutation, which I actually think is good. I think it's good. Actions captured with this gain instant until end of combat. And... No. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. Gain 10 shield and exhaust could be good. Gain Enrage is added to each instance of physical inflicted until the end of combat. This is just a +1 strength forever. Which I think works really well in this build. Because it's just going to make... Although you are technically... You don't inflict physical. Only my cleave inflicts physical. So it's just +1 damage to cleave. The reality is I think that we can get better than that. So let's take a look, right? Bonus increases the effect. It's just another bonus, man, which would be amplified. This is a good option. What about this guy? Multiply repeats the effect of actions captured with it, which we're going to capture every time, which means it'll repeat every time. This is disgusting, right? Yeah, this is disgusting. There's got to be that. There's got to be that. Because all 6 of these are going to be on the board at any given time. Choose a perk to remove. I don't care about bump because I got rid of it. So yeah, I'm going to absolutely do that. I'm going to take 12 money. There's just... I can't speak highly enough about this game, man. Because I have taken this build in a completely different direction than where I thought I was going to. I think that you can easily just be shoehorned into doing the same thing. But the game, like, encourages you to experiment and try weird things. And I just think it works. I really do. I am in love with it. What a wonderful curiosity you are. Thank you. You don't need all those limbs, do you? I'm quite the chef. The thought of becoming food sparked a new affinity for his freshly formed appendages. They have been growing on me. Hold still, let me just... Okay, it's time for you to die. You have some damage resistance, which is good that it exists. Why? I thought I added spread to this sucker. Why he no spreading? I would like him to spread. You are adding multiply to repeat the effects. You are planning on doing a brittle attack. Inflict physical. Take piercing equal to remaining shield on the target. And then you're hitting me for 1 twice. So if I If I counter all of that, I take 1 damage. This is doing a lot. I don't need the counter on this play. So we can instead inflict bleed, and it will be better. So we're going to do this. And that now hits all of you for a metric crap ton. And it's good. Gain shield equal to missing health. That's a terrible effect. Okay. We would like to kill the entire squad. And we will. And we will. This is a good time to do this. It kills your ads. You now have an alarming amount. You're getting way closer. You got an alarming amount of shield. Remove 20% of shield from self and inflict amount as physical. What if I rip away all of your shield, though, my friend? I could just counter it, and then I inflict, like, a bunch of bleed to you. Which I suppose is probably just, like, better, right? Because then we have the bleed on you, and then we can mess around with doing something like this, which will be a lot of damage. And I can also just, like, switch bleed onto this barrier. And then I hit you for a lot. I hit you for a lot, and then I kill you on this turn. I guess I don't kill you on this turn. What are you doing? You're gaining shield? What if I do this? Do I kill you? Still no. 35 is going to be tough here. That's a tough act to follow, so just counter it. And then you still got your shield. I come in with one of these. You now got 8 bleed on you, and then I got some bad news for you. Your ass is grass. Good night. Good night, sweet prince. Knock out an elite without taking damage. That's a Steam achievement. He's the best. He's potentially the greatest to ever do it. Okay, new perk. Start each turn with a counter. It's great. It's really good. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, it's just great. I mean, you just take that. Counter is a big key to our success at this point. We would like to go up here. We would also like to get spread onto this block. So we are going to do this. We are going to do this. That brings us into the event, but we don't need to necessarily do the event like so. I could claim like this to get the single block, which would give me an extra resource. It would put me right next to trait. I actually think I like this. I think I like this. Okay. Instant actions activate after tiles are dealt, then get discarded and replaced by a blank. So this is instant. We know what it is. I don't think that I love the idea of it because we get better stuff out of it. Honestly, I don't think that these are very good. Because we already have this hitting everybody. We have this hitting everybody. So reach doesn't really do anything. Lock doesn't change much, okay? It doesn't change much. Because we always have these 6 things on the board. But I suppose that if we were to lock something, we would want to lock multiply, because I may still add something, right? So I think that it's fine. And then I think you take 5 max HP and you lose 8 money. I have 23 money, man. So money is kind of irrelevant at this point. You attack multiple enemies. With our cleave build, multiple enemies is just the correct approach. You have spikes. Gain spike equal to the number of tiles captured inside the brain board. It's gross. Okay, it's gross. Remove 50% of my health. Really? Okay. Add a heal action to the brain board when targeted by a movement effect. Well, I don't want to hit you with a movement effect. I also really don't want to take damage. Boy, are you just hard countering me? Because you might just be hard countering me because of the spikes. Wow. Wow, that sucks. It's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. I think I want to swap this. Wow, that's so much worse. Now I'm taking way more from the spikes. But it puts a lot of bleed on you, my friends. Yeah, you know what? Let's try it, okay? I get clobbered. But then the idea is that if I can hit you really hard, I kill the spikes, I get back some health. You are inflicting bleed, and if I take the damage, you inflict bleed. I gotta get rid of the spikes, though. I mean, that's a non-negotiable. I think that getting barrier is still important. And it doesn't matter whether I get barrier or I get, like, these are exactly the same. Although you're not, yeah, you are hitting me with a bleeding strike. I actually take less damage doing this than if I add the barrier. Why is that? Why is that? Adding the barrier, I take... I'm healing for 8, I'm getting hit for 8, I take 2 damage. Not adding it, I take 1 less physical. Why am I taking 1 less physical, man? How does not having barrier help me in this scenario? I don't know. I mean, I'm going to trust that. Let's swap this to here. And then this, I take a little extra damage, but he takes a little extra bleed. I mean, that ain't worth it, okay? That is just not worth it. So, I guess you do this, you do this. And then now he's down on... He's just down a little. He's just down a little. We swap these so that the bleed goes on and I start healing first. And then we just have to combat this. So you're removing 50% of my health. I have to add bleed to you. Well, or I guess I can... Let's do it like this. This bleed goes on, then cleave goes on. How am I not hitting you? Why? What order are you doing this in? I got no clue. I suppose I would rather do this. I guess I'm maybe getting hit more because I'm gaining health from the bleed, and then you're hitting me for more of it? Is that what's happening? It's peculiar. And this is just an attack action. But it's not physical. It's just an attack. So counter's not doing anything, is the reality. Yeah, okay. You don't do physical attacks, so half of my stuff is useless. Is I think what you're... this is a physical attack. I mean, it's just messy, is I think what we're getting at. We need to perform some nice heals. I mean, ideally we'd be hitting you, but you're getting hit with the counter a ton of times. It's actually better damage. And there's a chance that it extends to cleave. It extended to there instead. Okay, I need to put bleed on you. That's a non-negotiable. So you swap this to here. That puts 6 bleed on. I do think we're going to survive. But I'm not going to lie to you. It was an interesting one. It was an interesting one. You need to have the counter. Yep. And then you would just swap this to here. He will die. I went down to 1 health. I went down to 1 health. That was a little scary. That was a little scary. In combat, +1 heal to self for each tile captured outside the brain board. Yeah, I think that's a lovely one. I'm just not even gonna look at the others. That's probably a mistake, but it's my mistake that I've made. And then we're on our way to our boss fight. Let's do this. I mean, I think that you would really like to get some heals at this point. But let's think about some solutions here. This gives me more crap. We could do this instead and then claim... Yeah, we do that into this, which would kill me. I think I just killed myself. Unless I heal here. To heal for 3 and I would lose 2. I think I just killed myself. No! That's not great. That, my friends, is not great. I don't know why I thought I could do this, but that is not possible. And I was looking at this as my health, but this is my health. So it would have to be this, but I think that damage probably happens before that heal. So I actually just killed myself. I mean, I don't see any way around it. Ah, I found the way around it. I think is bad, okay? I think that things are not great in this scenario. Activate all actions on the brain and exhaust. Actions captured with this are not exhausted. I don't have any exhaust, and then this just inflicts stun and exhaust. Stun is good, is really good. Allows me to stack multiple heals because I can hit a lot of stuff off board, put tiles off board to now gain health. I mean, I think that it's okay. I think it doesn't hurt. I think it doesn't hurt. I actually think that it's fine. I think that it's a correct decision. It does make the stability of my deck a little weaker. What do we have here? Is this Eeyore, brother? Another one of the doctor's experiments? You know Plague Doctor? Why is he so Owo-faced? I know everyone, Winnie. Okay. I see in ways you cannot imagine. This is definitely friggin' Eeyore, man. Alright. Donkey. Look. We know who you are. I know the public domain doesn't say we know who you are, but we know who you are. I'm going to kill your crops, okay? As a very important procedure. It really sucks we did not draw this. But that's fine. Your spawning hazards, I am going to hit all y'all, and we are going to get 13 health back. Because that is a massive, massive play. That said, I can do that more easily by just hitting you with one of these. And then you got 1 million things, man. You got Enrage Mist, you got a Shredder, you got a million things in your tank. We are going to remove those million things from your tank. The music is going freaking hard. It's going crazy, brother. I'm loving it. Okay. I would like to... I mean, I think you just do this. I think that this is fine. I'm healing 23 from this and killing off 2 things on the screen. I think that went phenomenal. And then he's stunned. You're planning on pushing adjacent creatures. You're inflicting 1 to everybody. Gets knocked out when targeted by a movement effect. It's just like a million things happening, and I'm just going to do it intelligently like this. And then you better start spawning more things, man, because I'm on you like glue at this point. And counter is like way better in this exchange. So we're going to swap these 2. I'm going to hit you for a lot. I think I actually took more damage than needed there, but we're still at full. And then ideally, we would just be putting bleed on you. So we are going to swap this, hit you for 6. You're going to summon things. Yeah, almost certainly. I am going to put bleed on you. Very good. I'm full health and I'm feeling good. I'm going to be real. I'm feeling good. You put damage on enemies. That's the ticket to our success is damage on enemies. Cleave is going to cleave, and we're going to just keep on making matters happen. This is a lot of damage, man. This is a lot of damage. I fear that we could make it even higher. Although, I don't know. The counter is surprisingly okay here. You're spawning fire beads, which theoretically will hit me at some point in the future. But I'm going to just inflict bleed and then have that hit you guys. So there's the fire bead. This is really what you're trying to make happen, is some fire bead nonsense. Yeah, it's gonna hit me, okay? I agree. It's gonna hit me. Just play it. You inflicted some bleed at the end. You're gonna heal that back, like, literally right now. I heal for 5. You take 4 damage. Yeah, this seems reasonable. And then you still got a ton of bleed on you. And then we come in with a little... wanna... do this. The only issue is that puts me at a 3-banger for this turn, but we don't mind. You guys aren't really attacking. Well, you're kind of attacking. You're summoning a bear trap. It's a different maneuver. I would rather inflict bleed on this turn because it does the damage. I don't know. Maybe that was dumb. Maybe that was dumb. Do this. Bear trap is a spiky boy. You just pushed it to the front. It's gonna do a lot of damage to me. If I counter it, is much better. I mean, I think that this is completely fine. This fight is not concerning. I think that this fight, there is a planet where this fight should be concerning. But this fight was not concerning to me. This or this? I do this, okay? I think I do this. And then you got 24 health. That's going to be a problem, man. That's going to be a problem. You are going to get annihilated. Summon 2 more guys. Doesn't matter to me. It does not matter to me. We swap this to here. I hit you for a bunch. And then I'm going to tell you that we probably kill you on this turn. Yeah, we kill you. I maintain my counter. Everybody's dying. Hey, brother. You don't know what you're doing. No. I'm fairly certain I know what I'm doing. My guy. I'm doing okay. Well done, Winnie. The plague doctor returns. Go on back to the laboratory. Okay. I'll take it from here. Donkey about to get his ass kicked, bro. Poor Eeyore. Complete a run in the backwoods and complete a run with no arm mutations. I just got a Steam achievement. Okay. Success, man. Success. And we did some different stuff this time. This accomplishment will assist our research. We can make the cure. Not yet. We must continue our tests. More testing. Did we unlock anything new? I guess 1. We got bleed spray. I don't know why we would have. Eeyore? Oh, no. Okay. Is he in the public domain? Okay. Sure. I don't think we unlocked anything new with this run, unfortunately. There's so many wacky things further down, man. There's a lot of content to unpack in this game, man. A misguided beast could not see my offering. Yeah? Eeyore's infection shows remarkable resilience. Disregard his words, his mind the void. Early access? The next area is not ready yet. Fair enough. For now, you can do more research. Our work is ongoing. Return in the future. Okay. 'Tis how an early access game goes, my friends. But obviously, there is still quite a bit for us to unlock in this one. So I'm not too concerned. They said early access for this game, by the way, will hopefully be like just this year, and then they'll move out of early access. And there's a whole write-up on their Steam page of all the things that they are hoping to add. So yeah, we unlocked this. On each turn, inflict +1 bleed on all enemies. That's honestly like a disgusting thing to have. It would have worked great on this run. New virus type. Tough. The tough virus. Interesting. Maybe a more shield-focused build? Potentially? I want to look. Let's see, man. Exit to main menu. Let's play and let's see what tough is. So you start with 16 health, which is higher. Each turn in combat, place virus blocks until you've captured all tiles in the brain. What? Okay, interesting. And we have redraw. And we also have onslaught. Allies gain +1 spike each turn. Hostile enemies gain +1 counter each turn. What are my allies, though? Are we gonna get a little ally mechanic in this? Because I'm intrigued. I don't know how that would work yet. Different tiles as well. I mean, look, there's things to do in Winnie's Hole. I'll go a little deeper next time. Thanks so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed liking the video, much appreciated. I'll see you later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.